I was sent this set of batteries and adapters that are usable across different brands of power tools. And they asked me to give my opinion on it, make this short video. And this is from a company called CEENR, CEENR. I think that's how you would pronounce it, CEENR. What they give you is a universal battery pack and then adapters for your different tools. So this one goes with DeWalt, it's got the yellow, and this one here fits with Makitas. And here I've got a DeWalt ratchet, and if I attach their adapter on there, it'll fit like as a DeWalt battery would. Just clicks on there. But then what you're going to do is use their universal battery that fits across any of their adapters. So with this simple block, the idea is you've got more flexibility because I've got one set of power sources and I can use them across all these different tools. So you probably would get an adapter for each of your Milwaukee, Makita, DeWalt, Ryobi, whatever you use, you'd want to have those appropriate adapters and then just concentrate on one battery. Well, this is good for a hobbyist. This is good for a homemaker, somebody at home that doesn't have some really heavy duty needs for the batteries. I say that because if you just look at the battery itself, it's a little odd. They've got square corners here or pointed corners that you drop this. If it's attached to the bottom of your ratchet and you drop this while you're working underneath the car, it's going to be a problem. It feels like it's going to damage the plastic on this. It doesn't have that feel to it of the plastics that you do with DeWalt's and these other branded tools. These plastics take a beating and they just give a little bit and bend and they protect the tool. And their batteries themselves are actually very rounded corners here, and the plastic is got some shock resistance to it. I don't feel that with this battery system here. The way they work, you charge them up using a USB-C. So there's advantages to that for the homeowner. You can just plug that in using any USB-C cable. That's going to have the end that looks like this here, and just plug it in here and charge it up like you would a phone. Just put that into a power block. It's going to take a long time unless you get the right power block, so you're going to want to make sure you use a high wattage power block for that. But it charges that way, and then it's got a nice feature that there's another USB-A here, so you could charge a phone off of this battery if you wanted to. That's an output. But the problem I see with these is they're going to get dirt in them. As soon as you're using this on a skill saw, you're going to have sawdust jamming in these ports because these little rubber things, they're not going to last long. They're just hanging on there by a small little thread. And, as much as you might want to try to seal that, you can, but you got to get to be able to open it later to charge it. So you can't get crud in there. And I got the feeling that sawdust is going to get in there, grease and whatever crud. And if you're using these outdoors, if you're cutting brush with them, you know how much that flies around and gets into everything. So otherwise, the attaching between this here and these different adapters is managed by this button here because there's a quick release on the bottom of it. But that quick release is real tiny. So it's a real small piece of plastic. Again, it feels like that might break off. It doesn't feel real solid to me. So I recommend these for the DIY home use person that's not taking them out in the field, that's not really banging on them and dropping tools very often, because I just don't feel like they're going to last durability wise. As far as function, they work fine. I didn't notice any runtime problems. Well, there's a problem. I just disconnected my whole battery there. So yeah, see, that's that little catch is just challenged. But while they're operating on a tool, I didn't have any problem with that. This is a 4 amp hour that they sent me, and it did seem to perform to the same levels as other 4 amp hours that I have. And whether it's DeWalt or it's Makita, both of them seem to work just fine. Switch this over here. And then this is like a Makita clone. Oh, there it goes again. So, but when it's connected and when it's on, I don't think there's any trouble really. They seem to work just great. So I like it as an emergency power source with that ability to charge your phones and things if the electricity goes out at your place. But as far as a power tool battery goes, I don't know if this is going to be a replacement for me for the overall suite of tools that I use. I typically have been using the OEM batteries because they seem durable and they seem like they'll last a long time. And, the cells in here may be good and they may last a long time, but I don't know if this would survive the drop test and the clumsiness I might have with using this outside. So that's it. That's my opinion on this CEENR lithium ion set here of batteries. It's a pretty good uh, idea. I think the idea and concept is great, but I think the execution, they got to take it up a level and really harden these batteries and make them super durable. And then, yeah, I'd be willing to take them onto the vehicles or whatever I'm working on. So, hey, I hope that helps. Have a great day.